Hey boys, welcome back to some Cricket 24, and it's going to be the second part in our 3-day game here. We've had a sensational start to this match. Picked up what did we get? A couple of wickets in the first innings. We got a 50. Unfortunately, got out in a bit of a BS way as we've had playing a bit of fucking footy there, throwing the ball around. But hopefully we can come out and rip through them. It looks like they're off to a pretty good start in this one, as he's left that one on length, and he's copped it right in the old chest. That's got to sting. That's got to sting quite a bit. But also, just so people know, I have seen the comments that the patch that got released, well, when this video goes up, the patch would have been out for a few days probably. I think on PS5 and PC, it got released like as soon as possible. I think Xbox maybe was still waiting for it, but I'm not too sure. But the patch, I'm not exactly sure of what the other details involved were. I don't think there was too much gameplay-wise changed, unfortunately. But one thing they did change was the career mode, where you don't start. Oh, that is an absolute beauty. How was that missed? How was that missed everything? That is a ripping ball. It was an in-swinger. This is a genuine in-swinger. A full delivery, Yorker length. And it's come in beautifully. Beat the inside edge. And then it just held its line. It hit the seam and held its line. It didn't keep coming in. Otherwise, off stump gone. I cannot believe they didn't bowl him. It was perfect. Oh, that's unbelievable. But yeah, the career mode now, you don't start with like 20 overall stats. You start with like the usual 50, or high 40s to 50, which is what it always used to be as well. I'm honestly, I've got to be honest, I'm genuinely mad about this because I mean there's a couple of reasons. One, I'm actually curious, was it a oh, surely that's out. Please. Oh my god. Oh man, the fielders, bro. That is a great bumper. This is a quick, nasty bumper. He's trying to play the pull shot. It's got, yeah, it's top edge. Oh, it's hit him on the arm, which maybe saved it going for 4. But the fielder, surely he could have got to that. There was no urgency. My player is slower than fucking molasses, so I'm not going to get there. But surely the second slip could have got there, dude. That's a wicket gone begging. But I'm very curious, was the decision to start you with 20 overall stats, like, was that meant to be, like, is that what Big Ant wanted in the career mode? And they just released it like that, and people obviously complain. I mean, you can go back to like my first video on career mode, and I talked about it being very strange that you would start, like, every other club cricketer is like 50 to 60 overall and you're fucking 20. It made no sense. I was saying it from the get-go, even before like playing the game and being like, this feels just awful. But I would rather it that would be the decision they made, even though it's a ridiculous decision, as big inside edge is going to go for 4. Oh, we're not getting much luck with the ball today, unfortunately. But if that was a decision they made, fair enough. I mean, that's fine. But what? Maybe they did that, or was it like a bug? Like, or it just wasn't meant to be like that. He's copped it again. What is this? Oh, surely, what are you doing? How have they got a run there? Oh man. But was it like an issue on release that you started with such low stats? Like, if that's the case, that makes it even worse, because for one, it wasn't even like a day one patch. Like, the patch came out and fixed that issue like quite a few days after, maybe like almost like a week later, I guess. So, and then on top of that, again, you would think a patch like that, where your stats improve, you wouldn't have to start a new career mode. But no, of course, you have to restart your whole career mode for the effect to take effect, which is insane. It's insane. So, like, if people played like a good number of hours in the career mode, they have to restart that whole thing, which I'm going to have to do obviously as well, as, oh baby. we finally get a little bit of luck. This was a big off cutter, off pace. It got a little bit of grip, and we actually just changed that field to put a man in close. He's put some heavy mustard on it, heavy mayo, and he's taken a pretty simple catch, made it look very difficult, but we'll take the wicket, dude. We'll take the wicket. He jammed it into his body, and we finally get a little bit of luck. I feel like we bowled pretty well this innings, but the one reward to show for it. But yeah, so you've got to restart your whole career mode, which, I mean, you're not going to be like, I guess, that long into the career mode, but it's still annoying. Like, you know, you don't really want to keep replaying the club cricket games. You want to get there, and so obviously they're going to be videos coming out with a brand new career mode. I'm just going to simulate as this one again. How is this one miss the stumps? This one was an in swing. Look at this in swing, and then it sort of just, I guess it's not swinging that much, but I thought the angle was going to bowl him, but it sort of just held his line slightly, but still good bowling nonetheless, as the field gone straight over the pitch. But still annoying because again it stuffs up your stats, which again they're not necessarily that important in club cricket. But if you wanted to have a look at the stats, you know, before you make first class, like, it's going to be a bit stuffed up because, I mean, for one, if you're going to play the games again, you know, you're not going to get the exact same stats you had before you had to restart. And then also, as what is that? See, stuff like that in the game is very strange to me. Like, you time it ideal, and I don't know. There's some very weird quirks in this game as of yet. I wonder if that type of thing will be fixed in the patch. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it entails. Obviously, people watching this video will have obviously played the patch, and we'll know if there's too many or if there's many changes at all. But hopefully there are some. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of updates and stuff coming, but yeah, it'll be good regardless, hopefully. But yeah, very frustrating that you have to start again, and I just think it's laziness, because there's no way as are we run out here? We will be close. Oh my god, they haven't really fixed that issue in the game. Okay, our foot's down, thankfully, but the way, because the animation of putting your bat down, because we went for a run, turn back, he hasn't like slid his bat instantly. He's sort of like gone the animation of running back and then sliding the bat, which almost cost us, but thankfully not to be. But yeah, I just feel like it's laziness not to just update the career mode, your existing career mode, because like you could just add the stats on top of your player. There's no way that's like impossible for them to do. It is annoying that you have to restart the whole thing. So I mean, I'm just hoping that like future patches, if there's any sort of sizable updates and stuff, that it carries on to your previous career, and you don't have to like restart a career every time you want to like get the full advantage of the update. But I'm not too sure. Maybe just the stats are a bit more tricky, maybe, but I still think it's a bit weak not to you know, allow it to just update your existing career mode. But regardless, again, I'm maybe going off. Oh my goodness, that's a grab and a half. He's not gonna get, bro. I definitely hit that. I've absolutely smoked it. That was a superb catch. It slipped. He hasn't given it. I cannot believe that. I have not tuned the umpiring decisions at all. We've definitely smacked it. It's gone straight through the keeper. I don't know, maybe because it went through the keeper, it sort of stuffed it. I don't know. I mean, I actually like that the umpire misses that. I mean, it's probably a bit that one's probably a little bit too obvious that he shouldn't be missing it. But I mean, I definitely haven't changed the umpiring decisions at all. Like in this game and previous games, you could adjust the slider for umpiring decisions, like make it more likely they make mistakes or less likely. and it was always like pretty like spot on, but I like to change it ever so slightly in Cricket 22 just so they make a couple of more mistakes, not anything crazy, but I hadn't changed anything in this game, and that was an absolute howler. So I don't know, I enjoy that though. I actually think that's good for the game, that the umpires are not just robots. Like, I mean, again, that one was probably a little egregious that he missed, but I don't know. It makes it a bit more interesting because it brings, obviously in club cricket you don't have challenges, so that saved my ass. But in first class and the higher formats you have challenges, so you can obviously then you have to decide if they don't give it. Like, okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not out, or it is out if you want a challenge. So that it adds a little bit more to the game if they're not just robots. Obviously it's about finding that balance with the umpies, but yeah, regardless, we haven't really talked much about the game, but we bowled pretty well. We got the one wicket. I thought we were unlucky not to get a couple more, but that's the way cricket goes, and it looks like we are in a spot of bother here for sure. 2 for 43, make that 2 for 44. And they got a massive second innings score. So the target is 372, which is, we've tried to go big here. It's not, I thought I got a pretty decent chunk of it, but, probably the updated patch with the, better stats that clears the man and goes for a 4. I thought I hit it pretty well, but it's going to just get plucked out of the air. So we had an incredible first innings in this game. The second innings, unfortunately, not so much, but we still had a pretty good game overall. We bowled well. Unfortunately, this batting innings, we just really couldn't get going at all. But regardless, hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.